Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's been another, albeit a little less crazy of a week than last week, but welcome back to another fine episode. Of course, that would happen. Welcome back to another fine episode of Woolen Comedy Club presents the Hickory, the Drunk, and Under Quarantine show. We have a great show planned for you guys this evening. First big crossover event. Our guests tonight will be both Vinnie Herbert and Pierre Vachon of Big Guys Entertainment. And then later on at 7, flip over to the Big Guys Banner podcast, also live streamed on Big Guys Entertainment Facebook, where we will be on as their guest. So there'll be a big block of us being drunk and underwhelming this evening. Been a big week. We're going to talk about a fun couple subjects later, we're going to talk about Grandma's boy in Portland who threw an IED at a courthouse and managed to get called out by his own grandma. We're going to talk about some guys in New Jersey who kicked down the door to their own gym to let their gym members back in. And we have now, everyone, GW, Collen, and I have now all taken the political compass test, so we're going to discuss that a little more this evening. But without further ado, we'll get this one on the road. Introducing first up, a very good friend of mine, a very funny man, the founder of the Woolen Comedy Club, the only comedy club in Vermont that is accessible by snowmobile year-round. Please welcome to the spotlight stage, Mr. Collen Doyle.
Woo! Hey, how's everybody doing? Great to be here at the Woolen Comedy Club, coming to you from bright and sunny Bridgewater, Vermont. You know, it's funny because here in Vermont, you see a lot of people who are like proud to brag about Vermont, you know, but it's never people from Vermont. It's people who live in New Jersey and Connecticut. You know, if you have like a sticker on the back of your car that just says VT, chances are you only spend about 2 weeks a year here. At best. I saw a car the other day from Connecticut with a license plate VT bound. So these are the type of assholes we're dealing with up here, folks. I got out a little bit. I went out to the Woodstock Farmers Market last week and had two people who wanted to shake my hand, which I thought was kind of strange because, you know, through this whole thing, we're well into this, as we all know, 15 weeks into the quarantine show. And we've got about, 3 rules, really. Wear a mask, wash your hands or sanitize your hands, and don't shake people's hands. There's 3 rules, and you have most of the people that you're out, like, can't follow those. But what I like about it is that this has brought shaking people's hands back to meaning something, you know? Like they say back in the day, the old school cheers was you splashed your drink into the other person's drink, so if it was poison, you both would die, you know? I like it because that's what's bringing the handshake back now, you know? It's like if you're doing a deal, it's like, are you cool with this? All right, put it there. You got the beer, we're both fucking dead. You just bought yourself a hell of a truck. I realized that on Facebook, but Facebook's a battleground, you know, right now. Everybody's fighting and stuff. And I realized that I have friends that literally are from every walk of life. You know what I mean? I have some friends that are just very, just kind of simple, type people. I have some friends that are some very huge scholars. The other day on my Facebook, I had a friend who was recruited by Cambridge to get his master's in political science, got into an argument with a friend of mine who doesn't have their GED. And it just comes up like a note, like so-and-so has commented on so-and-so's thing. And I'm just like, please be kind. Please be kind. It's like Muhammad Ali boxing the slow child. You know what I mean? Like, this is not going to go well. I realized that optimist, right? People are always saying that to me, man, you're really optimistic. You're really optimistic, And it's like, I don't know. People who say that they're like pessimistic or they're pessimists, I don't know if that's something to be proud of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anyone who's ever like really killed it as an entrepreneur was like, yeah, I became a hell of an entrepreneur all through pessimism. Like, I knew I was going to fail, and that's why I just gave up early. It's just like, it's not how it works, you know? I think it's interesting, you know, listening to Trump talk, because even 4 years later, I'm still just like, can't believe this guy's the president of the United States. You know, the way he talks and the way he says things, it's like the most unpresidential thing you've ever heard in your life. You know, he just comes on and like, you know, it's just such a way of saying things, you know? And it was like when Bush was in office, I always thought Bush was stupid, but Bush was like an idiot savant. You know what I mean? Because he could make dumb shit sound really intelligent. You know, that was like his superpower. You know, you come on and be like, you gotta understand when you're dealing with an island, you gotta be prepared to have that thing surrounded by water. Just that simple. It's that simple. And you're like, it kind of makes sense. Like Trump could take something that was really intelligent and it just sounds so dumb when he says it. You know what I mean? You're like, look, the Federal Reserve is printing too much money and we need to do some quantitative easement. Okay. You're like, what is this guy saying? He just sounds like an idiot. And so I don't know what Trump's career is going to be post-president, you know, because usually presidents go off and give speeches, you know, and like even Bush came out and, you know, was able to give like college, you know, graduation speeches and things like that. You know, come out, congratulations, Ohio, you guys did it. You know, like what's Trump's gonna do? Like if he gets like recruited by a college to like give like the graduation speech, he's like, look, class of 2020, congratulations, you have done it. Now go out there and grab them by the pussies. I just don't know if that's going to make as much money as everyone else's. But that's been my week in reflection. I'm going to send it over to my brother in arms here, Mr. G.W. Foley. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. I am doing horribly. I have had the world's shittiest week today. Like I have had so much shit go wrong today that like I'm waiting to get kicked in the balls. And if I get kicked in the balls, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I probably deserve. Like it's like I somehow like pissed off the witch from The Thinning, but instead of making me skinnier, she just gave me shitty luck. Like I wish I could be like, oh, thinner, and then get fucking like Naomi Campbell skinny, but no, it's gonna be worse. Like I'm gonna blow up like I have a fucking allergy attack. Yeah, I can't even speak. That's how shitty my day is. So, but plus side, week 15, I am still wearing pants. So, I'm still not wearing pants. Gonna take a sip.
Cheers.
Yeah. Let's see. I finally got my new bed today. It's everything that I hoped for and more. It's cool because it has like the little like bars on the headrest, like a grown-up bed, but also. And the only thing I want to do is get a pair of handcuffs, not necessarily to wear it, but just to drape so people might think I'm kinky. I'm not kinky at all. Like I wish I was. I wish I like my dick is too small to be kinky. Like does that make sense? Like my dick is so small that like if I go like, oh, hey, let's do something weird, they're like, with what? Hey, you look like you have an overgrown clitoris. That's like I wish I was kinky just so I could just be like, oh, hey, I want to do something other than missionary. like maybe have sex standing up once. Like that would be a fun time for me. But oh no, I had the old Irish curse: drinking and small penises. Um, I subscribe to a new service that I haven't told my significant other about. The new service is a monthly box of 24 comic books showing up to my door. Yes, I know. I am super mature for 40, and it's the only like I'm wondering if she picked up the hints because I bought like bag and boards. Like if anyone is a comic geek knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Like why do I need 200 bags and boards? Well, because the apocalypse of comic books is coming. And she doesn't know. This is how she's finding out is through this show. And so I know she's gonna be really pissed off later, going like, I can't believe I'm fucking a man child. Has anyone ever gotten like yelled at by their boss at work and just had your boss start swearing at you? That happened to me today, and I was just like, I don't think you can talk to me that way. like I understand maybe letting the occasional shit out, but when you're cursing God while speaking to me, I just don't think that can happen. That like I want to call HR and be like, hey, can he talk to me this way? No, okay, let's do something about that. But I'm not going to because I'm a giant pussy.
Yeah.
Like people can walk all over me and I'll be like, all right, fine, yeah, cool. I'm just gonna sit here and talk about it later, but nothing is really gonna come up about it other than like my psychiatrist sessions. But anyways, so that was my week. Wasn't that fantastic? My week in one day. So coming up next to the stage is a man of mythical proportions. He is incredible. He is amazing. He is underwhelming. Let's give it up for Hickory, the drunk and underwhelming.
Woo! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Hickory, the drunk and underwhelming. Tonight, I'm going to show you a minor feat of magic. To start, I'm going to show you guys something I showed you a couple weeks ago. This it's an old classic of magic they refer to as the salt pour. And it's called the salt pourer because I pour some salt into my hand. Kind of like pack it down in there, right? Make it disappear. And I wear it back up. Right? So a lot of people are confused by that. We're like, Hickory, we need a more visual representation. So I was like, okay, I bought this little $1 magic kit at Dollar General because that's where the show's budget is headed. And so I figured what I would do is I would show you guys this tube, show you that she's empty. It's like a little tube with a lid. Oh, as you guys can see, that it's about full of salt. Just put the lid on there, and you'll see that is empty.
Oh wow.
Huh.
It happens. It's magic. Just wanted to make sure you could see it. So, the true story of where the budget went for the show is in this next one. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to have my friends Vinnie and Pierre both select a card out of the deck. How we're going to do that is I am going to place a card down on the table. Vinnie, you'll go first. You're going to say stop. The next card I lay down is going to be your card. You ready?
All right. Stop.
Okay. Okay. Pierre, same for you. I'm going to start laying down cards here. You say stop. The next card is going to be your card.
Stop.
Okay. Pierre, 4 of hearts. Now you all might be thinking, well, I was just a deck of cards, Hickory. What are you talking about? That's where the budget for the show went. Well, since we were having the guys from Big Guys Podcast on, Big Guys Entertainment, I thought, what do big guys like? Other than drinks. Big guys like snacks. So what I did was I got some snacks.
Woo!
A bag of spicy sweet chili Doritos.
Mm.
We got some flame grilled Irish steak crinkle cut Kios, which you guys are, hey, these are not snacks for you. Believe me, I know. So what I want to do is I figured, Vinnie, since it's your first time on the show, I would allow you to choose which of these 2 snacks you would prefer.
Oh, the Doritos, definitely.
Okay. Then you have the 4. So Pierre leaves you with these flame grilled Kios in your bowl
All right.
at a 6.
Except mine's a 6.
Oh, I've got them back. Okay. Is that right now?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I thought it would be really cool if I did some sleight of hand without actually using my hands. What I'm going to do is what we like to call in the industry sleight of bag, which may have many reasons, many connotations, but sleight of bag. So I'm just going to. Now, when you're watching this, please try not to envision Vinnie and Pierre doing the same thing.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I put that awful thought in. I just implanted that seed. All good. So, what I've done in that mere moment, other than bring my vicious tiger to the stage yet again, she's a big guy too. She loves snacks. So what I'm going to do is Vinnie had a 6. Vinnie picks the sweet Doritos, sweet chili Doritos. What I have done is I have stolen 6 chips from this bag and implanted them into this bag. Mind you, both these bags are factory sealed. What I've done with Pierre's bag, get a 4. I've magically taken 4 Doritos out of this bag and put them in this bag. Let's see how accurate Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming was. You guys can see these bowls just fine, right?
Right.
Yep.
Holy cow.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
Okay. Now the true test of the magician is whether or not he can resist eating the chips while he is. I gotta say, this is testing my my willpower something fierce.
Oh, look.
Ah.
And what you'll find in this bag is
Hold on, I made it go away.
1 Dorito, 2 Doritos. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what did you do?
Nope.
You guys can still, is it paused on
Yeah,
screen?
pause.
We can see 1 Dorito.
Yeah, you're showing one Dorito both beautifully.
It's a majestic pose that you're frozen. This is meme territory right here.
I'm taking
Anyone
a
want-
picture of this. This is the new spokesperson right here for Doritos.
Exactly. Anybody want a chip?
Now, when this now
Oh,
look
Oh,
at
Kelly
he's
Trick
gone.
appeared!
He's
Greatest magic trick
gone.
ever!
Are we
Oh.
back?
He
Yeah.
he pulled the flim flam.
I had to do some
Where's the
IT
Statue of
because
Liberty?
The beautiful assistant thought she was helping here. And it turns out she was just taking more time, testing my patience more. I had pulled out one, and that was the freeze frame. So the beautiful assistant's going to go in the other room so that doesn't happen again. So we got one Dorito, two Doritos, three Doritos, and four.
Yay.
Woo, yeah.
And that is magic that will make you give a chip. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. I apologize for any technical difficulties that we may have had. And it's not half as bad as the technical difficulties the beautiful assistant may encounter later. But without further ado, we will keep this show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in our first guest, one of two, a very special night. Episode 15 of the Hickory the Drunken Under Quarantine show.
Woo! Woo!
Thank you guys. It's been a hell of fun. And not to mention, it's the first night where in 5 weeks where it hasn't been over 90 degrees. So we'll consider this week a win. But please, welcoming to the spotlight stage next, a very funny man. During the normal times, he hosts lots and lots of shows in Middlebury, the Marquee Theater, which you should go see because it's not only are they amazing shows, it's a great venue and wonderful people. And there's tacos, which all they needed to say to get me down there was like, hey, you have quesadillas and they have craft beer. And Hickory was there in a heartbeat. But the founder of the Vermont Comedy Outlaws and my favorite professional wrestler. Please welcome to the spotlight stage, Mr. Pierre Vachon.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'll click over. There I am. Look at me. Hey, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children in podcast land. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's having a good time. I want to talk about this before we get into our normal rigmarole and ranting. First of all, the last time I was on the show was the show that never existed. If you remember correctly, we started the show and Warner Brothers said it owned my bald ass somehow. Like halfway through the show, Warner Brothers said that they owned me. Apparently, any fat bald dude, Warner Brothers has rights to. So we're all screwed. GW, Vinnie, if you keep your hat on, both of you, because if you get another bald guy, they're gonna think we're the Three Stooges or some shit, and they're gonna say they own us. That's basically what happened. Because I remember I was like, and then tonight, right before we start the show, we were joking because Collen said he might have to leave, and GW couldn't get on camera. I was like, this is just a ploy. Either I have destroyed the internet somehow. I've realized something about tech with me. When Skynet comes to fruition and takes over, y'all want to be hanging out with me because everything tech dies around me. Like the T2000s will walk in and just shut down. They'll have a reboot error because I'm standing there. And they'll be like, we were going to take over the world, but what happened? Pierre just walked in and shit went to bed. Like, that was it. Everything's rebooting. Everything needs to be updated 2 minutes before the show starts. You know, that's just what would happen. So you're lucky there. But what I really want to talk about is something that's baffled me is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is coming back, right? Everyone has seen this.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm excited about that until I heard what was happening. He is taking on Roy Jones in September. Roy Jones Jr. Not Roy Jones. That fucker's dead. Roy Jones Jr. He's taking on Roy Jones Jr. Is there a toilet flushing for real? In the middle of my set, did someone just take a massive shit and flush the toilet? Wow, my set has gone to the shitter literally. Like that's amazing. Wow, I killed. They had to go use the bathroom. But Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson are actually having a boxing match. But here are the rules. They're using larger than normal gloves, and they're not trying to knock each other out. What the fuck are they doing then? They're in a boxing ring boxing. That would be like saying, we're going to go and do dog fighting, but the dogs are going to wear Nerf helmets, and we're going to not put them next to each other. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, it just sounds like something you would do with old people, like 80-year-olds. Like, listen, June, I know, Uncle Roy, you were a boxer in your day, but you're 90 now and you have dementia, and I'm afraid you're going to punch a cat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you in a Nerf ring with your friend, and you're just going to stand at the other end and you look at each other. One of you is going to fall over from a heart attack. That's basically what we're creating with the new Mike Tyson fight. Is literally, I picture is those big balloon gloves that you see at like DJ companies have, like we've seen them for like bounce houses. I just picture Roy Jones Jr. and Tyson with big blow up gloves on and in like a big bouncy house ring in the middle of, an undisclosed location because of COVID, and charging $75 a pay-per-view to watch it, and then watch them just bap each other making boopy noises. I just picture Mike Tyson going boop, 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 boop the whole time. What the fuck? I can't get over the fact that they're using larger gloves and not trying to knock each other out. Like they've taken the fun. I didn't know you could take the fun out of boxing. But even with headgear, even headgear is fun to watch. Now you've made it so they're literally going to dance and do Dancing with the Tyson should have just gone on Dancing with the Stars. Is really all. Put him and Roy Jones on and let him do a waltz, and that's all they really needed. That's just the way I see it. And also before I get out of here and introduce our next guest, because I'll be introing the next guest, I realized something this week, that we as Americans have lost our damn minds. Have you realized that most other countries won't let us in anymore? Do you know that? Trump was so worried about building walls. He did such a good job that we have such a shitty virus that now nobody wants us to leave. So he built walls it's just called surgical masks and stupidity is what he's done. By not having people wear masks and not quarantining properly, he's actually built invisible walls. We now don't even, other countries look at us like we're plague bearers from medieval times. Like we show up, like, put them in a fucking cage and burn them, keep them the fuck out. Like, what are we doing? It's insane. The fact that our president sounds like every drunk uncle you've had at a family barbecue that you're hoping the aunt is going to pull out of the room, like the uncle who's just in the corner talking racist shit. And you're like, oh man, I hope he doesn't start talking about women. Let me tell you what I think about women. Oh, get him out of here. And the problem is the aunt at that point is so embarrassed, they don't want to pull him out. They just wait till he passes out mid-sentence. That's what we're doing right now. We're essentially in America waiting for our crazy drunk uncle president to pass out mid-sentence so we can just slowly pull him out of the room and be like, all right, good night, everybody. We're going to get him home and sleep it off. That's where we're at. So there you go. That's my week in review. All right. Now I'm going to bring my good friend to the stage. We're at my partner in crime, too sweet to be sour, the Tower of Power. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. He hates to dine alone. Time for him to do his comedy. Let's give it up for my man, my co-host, and my partner, business partner, and Big Guys Banter. Give it up for Vinnie Herbert, everybody. Vinnie Herbert.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for a long-time listener, first-time caller. Just happy to be here. Thank you. That's my time.
Well, there you go.
Hey, Vinnie. Pierre, thank you guys for coming on the show. That was a hell of a set you had there, Vin.
Yeah, I would call that premature.
I worked all week on it.
It reminds me of my first set.
My first set was in front of King Kong Bundy, so there was pressure. Yeah.
Talk about pressure.
Yeah, he was opening for Jim Loletta in Boston, and I got to open for them, and I had never done it before. And boy, let me tell you, I sucked. There was no like I sucked more air out of the room than a porn star trying to get paid. Like I just sucked everything out. It was dry. Like there was nothing. It was chirping crickets, and even they died because they were bored. So it was rough.
Chirping crickets died from boredom. No.
Yeah. I'd rather be dead than rub my legs together is pretty much where they got to.
That would be a better headline than most of the headlines we're reading right now. We've had the year of the plague. Not only have we had the plague, we are now locked down. Our cities are on fire. There's a horde of locusts headed for China. And,
what? I hadn't heard that one.
Good
Oh
on.
yeah, there was a big locust. So in 2019, there was like a perfect storm system in Africa that just grew acres of locusts. The photos for anybody out there, anybody watching, just side click and go over and Google some pictures of the locusts in Africa, and you will see nothing but pictures of people running through fields, just everywhere, surrounded by them. It's terrifying. It looks like horror movie footage.
You know, I got to look this up
Holy
now.
crap! Holy shit!
What were the plagues again?
Oh.
Biblical plagues?
I know that locusts and the firstborn, those were the only two I can remember.
Yeah, famine, pestilence,
I
war.
did
famine.
read a book about this one time.
Yeah, there's
So
a
if
big
my
story
brother
about
dies, we need to start worrying, right?
it. Yes. Yeah, that's officially where we're at.
Earlier things I wanted to comment on during the sets. Pierre, you brought up the Mike Tyson fight. I think that's how we should make our presidential debates, because the ridiculous
Yes.
is that we just dress up the two in like bubble boy suits with two giant gloves, and we put them in like a big plexiglass enclosure, and
Let him go at it.
whoever strokes out first is the loser.
I was gonna
I
say,
think we should do the. Sorry, go ahead, GW.
No, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, I think we should do it like they do, especially like the elections. How they do it on Twitch streams is that the crowd votes and gives them certain weapons and stuff like that, and just have them go
okay.
at it, and we just donate money to give them a sword or shield or something. Do it that
Pay
way.
to upgrade. Yeah, you pay to upgrade your candidate. That's you want.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just like somehow shoots out of the side, and it just lands in front of them.
We've just created the Running Man and battle bots with presidential candidates. That's what we're
I think
creating.
that would be far more entertaining than what's going on right now.
Oh God, absolutely. Holy crap.
I'm hoping for them to get in giant sumo suits, and every time they hit each other, the air pressure drops a little bit, so a little bit of oxygen just leaves the room slowly, and the first one that passes out loses.
Yeah, there you go. See, I think we're all on the right track. Let's not worry about the issues. Let's see which one can handle a beating. That's what we're at. Like, we're so sad with all of our presidential candidates. We're like, well, we know they're stupid. Let's see if they're tough.
Well, that famous song did say, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
Tough, absolutely.
Let's see if they float.
I just want to say, how pissed off is Hillary Clinton going to be if Joe Biden, of all people, beats Donald Trump? The one thing that she guaranteed herself she was going to do, and then all of a sudden Joe fucking Biden.
Well,
it's going to be really embarrassing when he comes on stage and goes, "Hey everybody, I'm Joe Clinton."
but you're all missing the other point of that. The flip side of that, how embarrassed is Trump that he fucked up so bad that people would rather have Joe Biden?
That's
the other side of it.
Good point.
Yeah, if Trump loses the election, he jumps from Trump Tower in New York to his death.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, Biden, fucking Biden.
Yeah,
The guy called himself Joe O'Biden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if Trump loses to that, he's officially, he's leaving.
Life's not worth living.
Exactly.
Life is over.
He's going to try to build
I'm
Trump
dead.
towers on Mars. That's what he's just going to move to another planet.
I don't know if you guys got the Biden live stream the other day, but he full on came out on stage and was like, "Thank you guys. It's good to be in such and such a place." No, I'm kidding. That's actually where I worked back in the 70s, but it's very nice to be here.
I'm sorry. That's where my mother used to give me granola when I was 3 years old. I was confused.
And it's like
My brain, Alzheimer's. It's early.
my first thought was like, "God damn, this is a really good deep fake."
Maybe
I
we
realized
can
the
use that
source.
to our advantage, foreign policy. You show up, you're in Israel. You think you're at the Paris Accord.
Yeah. He shows up to China and acts like he's in Milwaukee, and they don't know how to handle
in
it.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like a Spinal Tap bit. Just, hello, Cleveland. You ready to rock?
That's probably how he should just open all of his rallies, right? And that way he can't be wrong. He's just
Right.
using a quote to open with. And
I really think that Joe Biden should go down the route of just being a crazy bastard at this point.
Yeah.
Like, don't even try.
Own it. Own it.
Own it. If you're that
I into
senile, and hey, we got a guest that just came in from the other studio.
oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be showing my wiener on the
That'll get you banned from Twitch.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It won't get this show banned, but it will get the next one. So try to keep your wiener under control, GW.
Sorry, guys.
Wow, GW's wiener just threw off the whole show.
My wiener was whining and wanted to be picked up.
Well, when
Oh,
a
I
man
know.
can get his own wiener that close to his face, it deserves to throw off.
Exactly. He deserves to show it on camera to 4 other men.
Hey, guys, you never guess what happened to me today.
I showed my wiener on camera to 3 dudes and I pet it in front of them. That was my afternoon.
They were jealous. They wanted to stroke my wiener as well.
Well, it's the best looking one I've seen.
Well, there. And that's high praise from Vinny. There you
Yes.
go. Best wiener. That's our new tagline for Big Guys Banter. It's the best wiener I've ever seen. Vinny. That's it.
It's a picture of GW holding Oscar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And by the way, G Dubs, I just gotta say, you're sad about the Irish guys having a small dick there. Could you pipe down with that a little bit for someone to have a full Gaelic name?
Yeah. Try to keep that a secret. That's not one of those things going out
You gotta
there.
go running around proclaiming that shit, huh?
Friggin' O'Doyle over here is gonna have to keep his.
Collen McDoyle O'Golahan. It's like, this guy got a 1-inch dick.
I was gonna say I did not take after my Italian mother. That's for damn sure.
Kyle, you just have to add like German to the end of your name.
Yeah.
Colin the Deutschgewetz or something weird. Like,
Right.
just get run with it.
Thank God I'm Irish Italian. I'll tell you that.
They cancel each other out.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Okay.
As an Italian Irish man, no, they definitely do not cancel each other out.
Colin, don't use GW as your wingman ever.
Yeah,
Or
this
use
is
him.
going well, isn't it, Vinny?
Oh no. See, using me as a wingman works perfectly because I can be like, oh yeah, you think I'm sexy? I got a small cock, but you know who has a giant cock? That guy over there. It is
that sounds a lot
enormous.
better than your game plan right now. Sounds like we walk up and say, "Hey, we both have small penises."
Yeah. Hey, you're both Irish. You know what that means? Drunken small dick. Who wants me? Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think,
I'd
I think the Drunken Under Quarantine show should just be a conversation about dicks every week. I don't even know why we bother broaching any other subjects or trying to delve into anything
Exactly.
political or
Let me tell you.
relevant topics.
Yeah. Let me tell you, dicks bring in the demographics.
That's a
Yeah.
perfect transition to bring us to our next topic: farts.
Yes.
The funny thing about a fart is that it's on to the funny part is I feel like this was like a schism in America right now between GW and Colin, where Colin's like, "What? I'm Irish Italian," and GW is like, "I'm Italian Irish."
When you say it like that, Kyle, it means you got a small dick.
Here, here.
And really thick hair. Like,
I'm just glad to be French.
Yeah, I'm French and Irish. I'm all right. I'll be all right.
I haven't taken an ancestry DNA test, but I would say I'm a mutt. I know that my ancestors came from all over the place, and I've been tempted to take one, but it's one of those things where like you might not like the results.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident if I took that test, it would come back the result Vermonter.
Just a giant pine tree, maple syrup, and a woodchuck symbol. Like, there you go. There you are.
How the fuck did I get 55% gone in?
I didn't.
Abenaki? What the hell?
I didn't know Northeast Kingdom was a heritage line.
Yeah.
Apparently, it is.
So moving on subject for this evening, we're going to talk briefly about a guy who got outed from so there's a situation. I'm sure some of you guys are aware of the person online being referred to as grandma's boy right now. So there's a kid who, I say kid, he's like 19 or 20. He threw an IED at a federal courthouse last week. And so what happened was he got outed by his own grandma, who left a review for the riot vest that he was wearing during while he was throwing this IED. There's video of it. His grandma left a review on the vest that she bought for him and posted his photo on the review site, stating that her grandson, she was very proud of him, and he's out protesting every night. And it took like 3 days for them to track down this guy online. And I just I figured you guys might have some comments on the stupid shit that you shouldn't post online that you do, and B, any commentary on this kid's situation. Like, he got outed by his grandma.
I have a question.
Please.
Was it an IED or an IUD?
Yeah, that's
Because I mean, throwing IUDs, that's just bad parent planning.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why waste those?
Yeah.
Like, we don't need more of you coming into this world. So please.
I mean, what are you
women have-
protesting at that point?
Well, because I'm pretty sure they're free in Portland anyways. like there's a guy on every corner that just
Fix them in there.
What I want to know is, why was the grandma giving reviews on flak vests? Like, what made her decide that she needed to go on and talk about a flak jacket and how good it was?
Right.
Like,
I mean,
what?
at this point, your grandmother is way ahead of most of our grandmothers.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, my grandmother switches between like CNN and MSNBC all day. She can tell you everything you want to know about Joe Biden right now. I'm sure she's probably, if she was here, would be the most informed person on Joe Biden.
Like, your mom's an anarchist already. If she's going on and giving reviews on flak jackets, she's already made some Molotov cocktails somewhere.
Right.
So she wasn't savvy on getting that out there.
Get ready for the crazy twist, right? The crazy twist.
Wait, there's more.
Oh yeah, that got revealed this morning, is that this dude's grandma is a Trump supporter. and that she thought, she was under the impression that her grandson was going down to Portland and peacefully protesting and not engaging any violent behavior.
Boy, you didn't tell Grammy where you're going.
Yeah. He did not fully inform her as to what was going on.
Oh, she will not be making meatloaf for them anymore.
But no joke, this woman, his grandma, her Twitter handle is like Trump's baby or something like that. Like, she's like one of those like she's fighting for Trump. You know what I mean?
There's Trump supporters and then Trump supporters.
Oh yeah. She get right under there and support, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
So the ironic part is that this lady somehow thought that this was going to be a good purchase, and she went on and reviewed it, which is crazy because it kind of shows the two sides of the coin.
For those of us watching at home, what is an IED?
Oh, so an IED, for those of you who are unaware, an IED is an improvised explosive device.
It's a bomb, basically.
So
made a
yeah,
bomb.
It goes boom.
Yeah.
so basically, an IED is any explosive that's built improvisationally.
Yeah. Pipe
Again,
bombs are very popular.
Pipe bomb would be an IED.
Yeah.
If
All
you
out cocktails.
Now,
Yeah.
why don't we call these things a fucking bomb anymore?
We have to give it a fancy name.
Yeah, man,
Improvised
yeah.
explosive device. We've even Microsoft and Appled our anarchy. Like we've got it's
like,
now
let's
eyeball.
be honest. The guy dropped the bomb. He didn't. It's like, oh, what he did is I blew the fucking place up. Is what it. I mean,
Yeah.
So apparently, what he did physically, what that explosive did was that single explosive blew like an 8-inch hole in the side of a federal building.
Oh.
8-inch hole.
From what I've understood, don't get me wrong, that could be not true. There's a lot of untruths out there.
There's a Courtney Love joke somewhere in there.
Yes, there is.
I haven't quite figured it out yet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we got to work on that one. That one you got to mesh it all together.
And Colin, just for your information, an IUD stops an explosion.
Or at least blocks it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact science involved, but
Yeah, please, someone in this group draw a diagram of how you think it stops the explosion. 'Cause I want to see that drawing.
You guys slow down. It's all too much.
Yeah, but
it stops the explosion when you're in the room with your lady when she gets one put in.
yeah.
That's how it stops the explosion.
She doesn't want you to touch her ever again.
Yes.
You
Like,
look at it,
no.
you're like, is that thing gonna hit me?
how does that work?
Does that have teeth? Do I have to worry for my safety at this point?
Can we draw in a little a word bubble that says boom?
Now, GW, draw the one that they stick in the arm and how that is effective.
It's not. Anything that far away from the vagina is not that effective. I don't care what they say.
That's why I'm
I
a
don't even believe
grandfather.
the pill, GW.
Well, the
It's
pill.
Oh,
You
you're
know-
on the pill, so that means like if you swallow it, you won't get pregnant. That's
And
That's good
speaking of
news.
swallowing, yay!
Like, that's
Hey.
progress. We've made progress.
How do we get back to dicks? I don't understand.
That's basically what this show devolves into.
GW, please pull up the diagram again. This was the full circle back, starting here. Kaboom! Back
Hold
to
on,
dick.
spotlight you real quick.
There it is.
Wow, watch out! Warner Brothers owns that. We're gonna
Yeah.
get banned.
I like how I made the barbed part like a spider.
Yeah, I don't. That looks more like Corona. I feel like I don't know what you did there, but
Yeah, that's right. If you jizz too hard, you get coronavirus.
let's start that rumor. Let's keep that moving.
Get that going.
It can't be that hard. You just gotta.
GW Fauci, everybody.
Yeah, there he is.
Don't ask me. I have a vasectomy.
Yeah, me too, brother. Yay! Woo!
Solidarity.
Solidarity. Yeah.
So moving into our next subject.
Abstinence.
Oh.
Well, that's the first time I've heard anybody get that excited about that in a while.
I don't want any more kids.
We're gonna move into quick. We got about 5-6 more minutes because we're ending a few minutes early, so we can get over to Big Guys Banter in a few minutes. It'll be very exciting to be on there too. But we're going to discuss political compass tests real quick. So for those of you out in the audience who don't know, a political compass test is a test of probably like 20 to 30 questions. And much like here, I'll spotlight Colin real quick. So there you go. That is the political compass. It is 10 points. There's a center point. 10 points left is all the way left, 10 points right is all the way right, 10 points up is all the way authoritarian, 10 points down is all the way libertarian. And you can take this and essentially, you can essentially plot anybody's political affiliation, no matter how extreme or where on this graph. And so Collen, G-Dubs, and I have taken one. And I personally was very surprised that that I came back like 1.75 left of center. So it's a 0 to 1 from to the right or to the left and to authoritarian or libertarian. And I fell like 0.175 to the left and 0.175 libertarian, which surprised me. Not on the libertarian front. I'm very much, I've always thought that I was a libertarian, but I've also grown up thinking that I was conservative because it turns out all my friends are very, very far left. And I thought they were just a little left, and it turns out they're like way the fuck over there. So I thought that my center was actually like farther to the right of the spectrum. Colin, G-Dubs, you guys have taken it? Any
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say, well, I'll let you go first, man, and then I'll show my results here.
My
I was
my
surprised.
issue with it is, by the way, I'm apparently a lot more conservative than I let on, which is weird. like the libertarian part got me. Like I was like, oh yeah, fuck the government and all that shit. But it skewed right to the whole right paradigm shift. And I'm like, that's not me. Like I like pro-abortions. Like baby, if you get pregnant, knock that thing out. Like take care of it. And just the whole idea of like being right conservative, like I didn't understand how I ended up where I ended up.
which is understood because I found myself in the same spot. I feel like if you and I shared each other's stats, we would each think we fell on the other.
Yeah.
Was like when you had said that to me that you were like, oh, it plotted me far more right than I thought. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought, was that it plotted me like 6 points farther to the left than I thought.
Well, and that's the fucked up part about it is I've taken it before where I've been more, I've plotted left. And it really depends because of the way that the questions are worded out of strongly agree, and then the disagree and strongly disagree. Where you answer the like strongly and agree part is the part where it fucks you.
I agree. The fact that there was no fence sitting option.
Right, there's no middle ground.
Right.
No, there's no
Right.
like, there's no like, oh, I don't give a shit about that topic.
Right.
I'm taking it right now. So
Okay.
So I think that most people who know me probably think of me as probably like a hippie. I don't know. I kind of think of myself as a bit of a hippie, but I'm also like a hippie capitalist, you know, that believes in free markets and free enterprise and free exchange and property transfer of real estate and assets and allowing for the markets that America has and everything like that. So I didn't know how it was going to play out because I'm like, I might end up being more of a conservative than I think of myself as far as fiscally and stuff, even with like these bailouts and things like that. I find myself of being more of a, you know, probably feeling more, I don't know, more conservative than I think that I would probably should feel in some regard. But so this is the thing here. You got Hitler on the top. You got Gandhi over here on the left. I took the test. I am more left than Gandhi.
I'm pissed because I made a projection where this would be the left. and
Okay,
that's where I figured
for reference again, that's Gandhi, right? This is considered the martyr of the world. the second coming of Jesus, the most selfless person who's ever lived. That's me. I'm more left than Gandhi.
I hate to say it, but I think that makes you far left, brother.
Yeah, and to be fair, I would rather be compared to Gandhi than Hitler, right?
I agree.
I guess if you take this test and you come out like Stalin, I didn't think I was going to be Mother Teresa, but apparently that's where I'm at.
I hate to interrupt, but it is 5:55 and 15 seconds. So I'll take this moment. We won't have a traditional wrap to the show because we'll get that to the end of Big Guys Banner podcast. We'll see you guys all in a few minutes. And everybody will get to give out their we'll do all the wrapping at the end, I'm sure.
Yeah, we can wrap up on ours.
Pierre and Vinnie got that. So we'll see you kids all in a minute. Remember, stay drunk, stay safe, stay underwhelming.
Are we clear?